I'm a universalist, absolutist, elitist, Roman Catholic. So there you go. Hey, this Ramon channel is up 4 and welcome to my living room. Just to highlight, these are for my wife. This is actually from China. These are like weird art luck charms or something like that. This is like a traditional gift you give to someone. She gave me this, I think, for one of our dates. And those are katanas. Also, this right here is a globe from my father. I really like this globe. It's really old, it's really inaccurate, but I like it a lot. So I've been planning on making this video for a while, for about a month, but I just really couldn't get the themes together. And this was a video on labeling, on labels. And I wanted to do it for a while, and I just couldn't make it work. Well, then Brian Holsworth made a video recently, and I haven't watched this stuff in about a year, but something about it, like counterfeit Catholicism or something like that, was like, well, haven't heard his stuff in about a year, maybe it's improved. Turns out it hasn't. Beside that, what I was hoping for in the video, and what I got, are two different things. What I was hoping for was that he was going to explain how there's only one true Catholicism, how Catholicism means universal, and there's only one truth, and there can't be multiple truths, therefore there's only one true truth. That's where I hope he was going to go. It's not where he went. Instead, he went the opposite route, quoting a pope that I know nothing about, talking about how socialism and Catholicism are incompatible, which if you read the Gospels, you know that Jesus sounds very much like a hippie. Let's talk about what Brian Holsworth was saying, and then I'm going to do the video that I was going to do after my commentary. And I'm going to bring this up. Every morning I do this. I go through the Psalms, the Grail Psalms. And the Grail Psalms has a lot of theology. It kind of, everything that's in the Bible is in Psalms. Like just everything. Everything from Jesus being crucified to the creation, to Moses, to David. I mean, it's all in here in the prayers, which is kind of cool. A lot of the stuff that's in the Gospels is actually based off the Psalms. So anyone saying that it's based off pagan mythology is just wrong. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. The other thing that I do every morning, usually I do this at work, right after I do my morning calls, is I read this, okay? And in here, it has office readings, okay? And these office readings are like, it's a passage from the gospel, and then it's commentary on that passage, though usually not directly, but on the same topic. And it'll be the writings of a church father. And I really find that very helpful. Why do I bring that up? The church fathers were not a monolith. They each have different ideologies, slightly different theologies, different understandings, different cosmologies. Like they just had different ideas. And they have a coherent center, which is what we call Catholicism or the church today. Brian Holsworth makes this incredibly strong statement. You can't be a socialist and a Catholic. I'm sure he's talking about the ideology and not the political affiliation. But if you're Chinese or North Korean, or if you're in any socialist country, Venezuela for instance, and you're Catholic, you can definitely be a Catholic and a socialist. And to say that you can't is denying the experience of a whole group of people. Worse still, it's putting an unnecessary animosity between citizens and the governments that are sovereign over them. So I realize this feeds right into that, and maybe that's the undertone or subtlety that he was going for. I don't know. What I can tell you is that what he said is wrong. Because being prone to an ideology or a thought process does not make one evil or guilty or sinful. It just doesn't. Being prone to sin is not the same as committing a sin. And to imply otherwise is simply false, it's fallacious. So I would like to talk about my labels. I'm Hispanic, I'm American, I'm a Texan, I'm a Republican, I'm a Roman Catholic, I'm a capitalist, I'm a Socratic, and I'm a Stoic.
I'm also a martial artist.
I believe that someone has the right to choose, but they don't have the right to separate themselves from the consequences. I believe in free will, but I also believe that there's a moral right and wrong. I believe in choice. As a Stoic, I strongly believe in choice. As a Taoist, I strongly believe in balance. Now, is my religion Taoism? No, but philosophically, I am a Taoist. I studied Taoism for years, and the philosophy of that religion is very strong. And I think it is very compatible with Catholicism and Christianity. And by the way, so do many priests, and so do many theologians. So the idea that's presented, and this is why I brought this up, the idea that's presented in the Divine Liturgy, the idea that's presented in Eastern Catholicism, or what we would call the Orthodox faith, is that there is one universal truth, and all other truths are simply reflections of that one truth. So the idea that there's no truth in socialism, or that there's no truth in Taoism, because Catholicism is true, is just false. What Catholicism, or universalism, teaches is that if there is a truth, it is true no matter where it is found. So science is true, therefore science is compatible with the faith of Christianity or Catholicism. So if there is a truth inside Taoism, that truth is also true in Catholicism. But the Bible does not cover every aspect of theology. There's plenty of theology covered in the Church Fathers that is not covered in the Bible. And there's plenty of ideas of popes that contradict each other. There's many ideas about religion and about reality that as Catholics we accept that is not to be found within the Bible. So when Brian Hollingsworth says you can't be a socialist and a Catholic, that's wrong. Now, he could say you can't be a Marxist and a Catholic. Correct. You cannot be a Marxist and a Catholic. You also can't be an atheist and a Catholic. Correct again. But to say that you can't be a socialist and a Catholic, and to imply that that has greater meaning, is simply false. I can be a Republican or a Democrat and still be a Catholic. I can be white, black, Jewish. I can be any ethnicity and be Catholic. I can be any nationality and be Catholic. Almost any political association and be Catholic. Now, does that mean that you're a good Catholic, a Catholic in good standing? Maybe not. Maybe you mess up a little bit. Maybe your beliefs don't match the current beliefs of the church.
But the popular beliefs, common opinions, and politics of the church change over time.
See, priests used to be able to get married. Now priests can't. I think in the future priests will be allowed to get married again. You can't tell me that's a teaching of the church, no matter how much you try to press that on me. Right now the church is going through a horrible scandal. Horrible. The stuff that priests have done in the name of the church is terrible. It just is. Catholic Answers, which is a place that I love to go to for my Catholic answers, does a really bad job of acknowledging that. They're weak, they're soft, and they're scared. And they should do a much stronger job, such as what Church Militant does against it. Now, I don't agree with Church Militant's approach, just to be clear. I don't agree with Patrick Coffin's approach or Tyler Marshall's approach to these subjects. I think they are a little anti-Catholic, honestly, in their approach to it. But at least they're standing up and they're speaking the truth. Catholic Answers, on the other hand, is not.
It's almost as if they're lying by omission.
And that silence, to me, is a bit of a sin. But I'm not the one to judge them. I can't tell them it's a sin because I'm not God. In the same way, Brian Hollingsworth can't tell a socialist that they can't be a Catholic or they can't be a Christian. He doesn't have that authority. Neither do I. So peace, like, and subscribe. Hope you have a really good time. Hope you have a great day. I'm about to go to church. I'm 30 minutes away from getting into church. So If you're going to Mass today, say a prayer for Brian Halsworth that he opens up his heart and quits being so judgmental. He makes Catholicism look like a cult. And I don't like that. We're not a cult. We're open-minded and we have faith. And we're universalist. I will be doing more martial arts videos going forward because I've been getting back into Tai Chi. Wife. She said my Tai Chi is ugly and terrible. And I told her her Tai Chi doesn't work because she likes the dancing stuff that just isn't real. So I'm going to make a new video series called Redeeming or Reclaiming or Refanging, like fangs, Tai Chi. So look forward to that. As for the commentary on the Quran, I lost 130 some videos. I'm not going to redo them. The Quran stuff started to become very unenjoyable because a lot of Dawah and Tawi apologists started flooding my comments. So what I might be doing is instead start doing commentary on the Quran, just like I do commentary on the Bible, where I look at the historical and philosophical and theological aspects and dissect them. That's what I might be doing going forward with the Quran. That doesn't mean my Quran videos are stopping. It's just me reading the Quran and reacting line by line. That's probably over. Also, I would like to do some more biblical stuff, but that takes a lot of work. So start expecting biblical stuff once a month and Quran stuff once a month. And the rest will be martial arts videos and talky videos like this.